Out of all the new ways to propel a car that have been developed, hybrid power is the one gaining the most popularity. Hydrogen was in the mix for a while, but it seems to have disappeared somewhere. And as much fun as Jaguar's proposed gas turbine-powered car would be, chances are it'll never see the light of day. So in the near future, it seems the question won't be, should I buy a hybrid? It'll be, what hybrid should I buy? But at the moment in South Africa, your choices are somewhat limited. There's the Prius, of course, a car that looked like a bit of a dinosaur even when it was brand new. There's a bunch of Lexus or Lexi to choose from, and if you want something smaller, you can try Honda's CR-Z, the best hybrid we've driven on RPM. And now Honda has expanded their planet-friendly range with the introduction of this car, the Insight. Now, it could be an insight to many things. The future of driving, maybe. Honda's commitment to the environment, possibly. But an insight to cohesive design? Not really. It borrows a lot from the Prius school of drawing, with a front end that makes sense, then a low aerodynamic profile, and then a rear end that has that odd half-cocked boot lid story. So, driving the Insight definitely makes a statement, but it's not necessarily about how green you are. From certain angles, like front on, it's a very nice looking car. It has that familiar Honda face. But overall, it's a rather odd looking thing, with its CR-Z inspired taillights crimped onto a boot lid that does a very good job of interfering with your rear view. Things are a lot better on the inside. Now, Honda interiors aren't everyone's favorite, but this different layout is something I can appreciate. It's ergonomic, it's easy to use, and the combination of black and grey plastic and blue illumination gives it a sort of sophisticated look. This is a very well-sorted interior, right down to the plastics and the full-functioning iPod connection. And as odd as that boot wedge may be, the upside is that it helps create a space that's easily accessible and packs a lot of stuff. Although carrying stuff in the back probably isn't this car's strongest point, thanks to what's up front. Honda call their hybrid technology IMA, or Integrated Motor Assist, and in the inside it consists of a 4-cylinder 1300 petrol engine linked to an electric motor. Total output is 73 kilowatts and 167 newton meters. Now, on the upside, it'll get by on just 4.6 litres of fuel per 100 k's, and it'll spew only 108 grams of CO2 per kilometre. But the downside can be summed up quite well in the 0 to 100 time, which is 12.5 seconds. So, the Insight might change the world, but it'll happen very slowly. But think of it as a fuel-saving city car and you'll be able to appreciate what it's about. And while it's doing a good job of getting you around town comfortably and efficiently, it tries to entertain at the same time. You get a bit of a light show behind the holographic speedo over there. It starts off green and then turns various shades of blue the harder you press the accelerator. Not sure what makes blue the anti-eco-friendly color, but anyway. Then you've also got the dancing battery meter needle on the left-hand side, and you've got all kinds of graphics showing you power flow and things like that. And if that's not enough, the car wants you to play a game of planting trees. I suppose the idea is that the more efficiently you drive, the more trees you grow, and eventually at some point you have a fully grown digital redwood or sequoia or something. I'm not sure what happens after that. The Insight also has an economy mode, but perhaps the most ingenious method this car uses to get you to drive with a light foot is the CVT gearbox, which is, unsurprisingly, awful. It's okay around town where it goes about its rubber band magic efficiently and quietly, but as soon as you hit the highway or need any kind of power, it reverts back to that CVT tendency to behave like a slipping clutch, and it sounds just awful. It's the automotive equivalent of chewing tinfoil. Ugh. There are shift paddles behind the wheel, but the CVT is the single biggest weak point in a car that you could otherwise forgive for its quirks. It's looking more and more like hybrids are here to stay, but like all new technology, it's still got to prove itself. The Insight isn't the most exciting thing on the road, but compared to its nearest rival, the Toyota Prius, it's better looking, it's got a nicer interior, and it's 70,000 Rand cheaper. A humble 4-cylinder petrol engine gets assistance from Honda's IMA hybrid system, which boosts power and torque over short distances and also reduces fuel consumption substantially. The result is a spacious, nicely packaged city car that looks unusual enough to turn heads. That shape won't please everyone though, and the CVT deserves to be dumped.